just a second. Give me just a second. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Okay. Hold on. Give me just a second. Give me just 1 second. I appreciate it. It's worth it. I swear. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it, I swear. It's worth it. Just hold on. Just give me a second. A little more this way. Just give me just a second, please. Hold on. Please hold. One moment, please. Hold your horses. And here we go. There it is. There's the world. She is in all her beauty and glory. I actually haven't seen this type of generation or this spawn in a while. Well, look at that. Well, as I will say from now until the day this podcast is no more. Hello, everybody. Hold on. I really just my camera. Sorry. My bad. What a way to start a podcast, huh? What a way to start. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the In-Game Banter Podcast, where I discuss... where I discuss things and topics. God, my camera is all screwed up now. Hold on. Is that better? I can't really tell. Is this better? Is that better? It's fine for right now, anyways. But in this podcast, wonderful music, by the way. I love jazz. I really like jazz music. It's one of my favorite genres, to be honest. But I'm getting so off track here. I'm so sorry. This is a podcast where me and hopefully my friends, whoever comes on as a guest, talk about certain topics, whatever's on our mind. Just talk about things while we casually play a game. It could be the same game. It could be two different games. It could not even really be a video game. It doesn't have to be a video game. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a video game. Just a game that you can casually play, put in the background of your mind while you're talking to somebody, I feel like this would be a fun idea to do. So I'm doing it today, right here, right now. And I appreciate you guys tuning in and joining me today on this special day, the first episode ever on the In-Game Banter Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm your host. My name is Eli. I do not have a guest with me today. It is just me by myself for this episode, which is totally fine. I did not have enough time to really, arrange anything for anybody to come and join me with me on this episode today. So that is quite alright. I am perfectly fine with doing this by myself for right now. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. I haven't seen this biome in a while, so it's very nice to see different biomes every once in a while. Just, yeah. So give me just a second here. I gotta get my gatherings together real quick. Today's episode is brought to you by... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not sponsored. Not yet, anyways. Could be sponsored sometime soon, though. You never know. But today's episode, the topic is pretty much just going to be, from what I remember, what I wanted to talk about was starting out on YouTube and what's like for me right now. Basically anything that I can think of, really, how I consider views, stuff like this. Is jazz? Is this jazz? It doesn't feel like jazz. Regardless, it's still chill music. I'll roll with it. But yeah, basically how I feel about starting YouTube, how I feel about having a channel, having an online presence, stuff like that. Stuff like that I feel is related to this sort of topic. I wanted to start out this topic by talking about my regret on not starting sooner when I actually created the channel. I wouldn't say regret is a strong word. And I honestly will say this, I do regret it because I am hard on myself for not doing so when I started the channel, which was back in 2020, which would have been a perfect time for me to build the channel, have put out at least a few videos and have something instead of nothing, instead of like one video each year that apparently I was doing for a hot second. I don't know why I was being so lazy about this channel, and I apologize to myself. I apologize to anybody else watching me at the time. It was a very unproductive. I feel like this music is still too loud. I'm sorry. It was just not a very productive time for me, and I should have done more because it was quarantine. A lot of people were doing stuff at the time, and I wasn't. I don't really know why exactly. There is no excuse besides procrastination, and that's pretty much all I can think about for that. That's all it boils down to. Sorry, I had to take a quick drink of water. That's all it really boils down to was procrastination and me not really finding motivation to participate in making videos and coming up with ideas like I am now. It's unfortunately too late to go back and change that, because now is now and past is past. But I'm not going to beat myself too much over it like I do everything else, because I'm doing it now, and that's what's important. I'm doing videos, I'm having fun with it, I'm going through the process of learning. That's all that matters to me. That's all that matters to me is I'm doing it now, and that's what I should focus on, instead of, I wish I would have done it with this point and that point, I wish I would have done this. No, I'm done worrying about that, and I'm going to now just focus on what I have now. And what I have now is pretty awesome, in my opinion. What else did I want to craft? What else did I want to craft? Let me think. Pretty sure that's all the tools I need to craft right now. Yeah, that's about it for the moment. Yeah. So, I do have a little bit of, and I will say regret because I'm hard on myself, for not starting sooner than when I intended to, especially since I started all the way back in 2020. That's when my first video was posted. That's when I first made this channel. For some reason I decided, don't really need to post that much, especially during quarantine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But again, I am here now. To me, that's all that really matters. I have a video that reached over 100 views in the past month. That is great. That is fantastic. I think I'm doing okay for myself right now. Seeing the numbers the way they are right now excites me, and honestly, to me, it shows that I have potential. I just feel I'm not really too worried, about views and stuff like that. Obviously, I want those numbers to go up, but there's also people. This is something that a lot of YouTubers need to understand, and I'm sure a lot of them do. I'm not saying none of them do. I'm not saying a lot of them don't understand this, but there are people that don't. And the point I'm trying to make here is there are people behind those views, right? Every view that you get, it's from somebody watching it. Some of them might be from you looking back at your videos and going, oh yeah. 5 or so views might be from that, which I know some of them are for me. But 130 some views? No, there's more people watching my video than just myself and my friends. Unless they're really watching my sheep. You will be my bed. I don't have shears, I'm sorry. We just murked that sheep real bad. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a lot of wood. Goodness me. Alright, I'm gonna get out of this. Foxes! Oh my goodness. Okay. I gotta go see the foxes real quick, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm like a little distracted here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Why is these stone things here? There's another sheep. Hey, sheep. How's it going? You want to become my bed? Thank you. Appreciate you. Preach. Oh, man. I love Minecraft. It's a really fun game. Yeah, here's some foxes. Here's another sheep. I'm not going to do that to you, fox. I promise. I promise on my life I'll never do that to you. This is a nice... What biome is this? What biome is this? I can't really see. Growth pine taiga. That is a biome right there. That is a biome. I will agree. I kind of got to get it though. It's not a whole lot for me here. What was I? What the hell was I saying? Yeah. I feel like there are a good portion of YouTubers that don't understand this, and then there's another portion that do. But there are people behind your numbers. And I know that sounds like common sense. That sounds like something you should and would think about. That there are people that have emotions and feelings behind your views. It's not just a system where you just get views by making content and the people just watch it and that's it. They are invested in watching it. They are emotionally invested. They're taking time out of their day to watch something, and it could change their emotions. And if it doesn't do that, then honestly you have a boring video. I feel like if you don't get somebody to laugh, or like if they're having a bad day and you don't really change their mood whatsoever, that doesn't necessarily make you a bad YouTuber, but that's kind of a bad video. If you can't change somebody, through their emotion, by either making them smile, just doing something simple. It doesn't have to be astronomically different. You don't have to change them from a really pissed off mood to, hey, now everything's great and life is 100% better. I'm not saying you have to like totally do a whole 180 on their mood, but if you can't really get them to smile or laugh or something like that, especially if you have a specific emotion for your video and you can't get them to do that, sorry Charlie, you're not really cutting the bread too much, because again, I will reiterate myself, and I'll probably say this multiple times. People are watching your channel. And I know that's an easy concept, people are watching my channel. But keep in mind, they're not just watching it, they're also emotionally invested in it. Whether they're actually thinking about it like that or not specifically, people are emotionally invested in videos. And it can make them laugh, it can make them cry, it can make them feel a certain way, if done right. And you can change that. Pillager? Excuse me? Oh, shit. Okay, so this is not as casual. Sorry. I didn't expect to find a pillager. That must mean there's a village nearby. I guess. I don't really know what that means for me. Die. Thank you. Goodbye. See you later. Don't come back ever again. So this is usually pretty casual, but apparently pillagers are coming to try and find me. This is a very taiga-ish. Whoa, hey, whoa. I forgot that was a thing. I almost chilled to death. Wow, okay. I totally forgot about that mechanic at 1.19. Totally forgot. Give me just a second here. I need to figure some stuff out. Oh, goody, zombies after me. Oh, there's a pillager outpost. That's why. Potato! Let's go. Let me make the potato real quick. Alright. So we're going to deal with that pillager post in a second. I'm not going to really necessarily do that right now. But I'm sounding like a broken record here. I'm sorry. But I hope people understand that. I know I understand that full good and well, which is why to me it feels, and I'm just kind of segueing one thing after another here pretty much, because they're all related, because this is what I feel about starting YouTube. I'm not too worried about the numbers. I'm not. Obviously, I want growth. Growth is good. But I am more than content. Well, I guess I wouldn't say content because that's settling. But I'm over the moon that one person is subscribing and watching my videos. That is great to me. But to have more people than that watch my videos, that's really cool. Like I said, I have 100 views on over 100 views on one of my videos. I think that is absolutely crazy for me right now. I didn't think I would get to that kind of point. Not that that's like super huge or anything, but that's still really cool to me. I wouldn't imagine one of my videos getting to 100 views at this point in my journey. And it happened. It got like 3-point-something K impressions. Not a high click-through rate, but I will say this. That kind of content, it was my try not to laugh video with Markiplier's trying not to laugh, me reacting to it. That content is highly oversaturated. You know what I mean? I wouldn't really expect it to get that much attention since, even though I have a good thumbnail for it, I use some tags and I have a good description and a good title and all that, at least what I think is good. Try not to laugh at anything gaming and stuff like that right now is really highly oversaturated. I'm not going to get, unless I do something that's really cool that people like and YouTube pushes it out. I'm not going to get a whole lot of attention right now for stuff like that because a lot of people are doing it. There's a lot of videos on it. There's a lot of people doing it. There's no way I'm going to see a whole bunch of numbers right now. I'm not expecting a whole lot. And knowing that I have 100+ views on a video that is in that kind of niche is crazy to me right now. This is like going to be my 11th or 12th upload on YouTube. I have like 2 live streams that aren't that great. And the fact that it got that many impressions, even though click-through rate was very low, is still really awesome to me. I'm a little lost for words on it, honestly. It's a good feeling. And then again, there's the whole thing of it's not really about the views, it's about the people behind the views. Because, honestly, without the people, those views wouldn't happen. They had to take the time out of their day to sit down and watch it and decide if they wanted to watch it in the first place. And decided if they wanted to watch it all the way through or not. Decided if they liked it or not. There's a lot of work going in. And I know it's just watching the video. But there's a lot of decisions and work actually going into people deciding if they want to watch a video or not. They gotta think about if it's something they're into. They gotta take the time to actually watch it. It's not hard work, but it's still work that if you make a good enough video, they won't realize they're doing it. I've seen, I don't know if it was a TED Talk or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember seeing a video that went on a whole spiel about how Finding Nemo was like one of the best. If it was a YouTuber, Finding Nemo as a movie, if it was a YouTuber, it's one of the best damn YouTubers out there possible. Well, that is a big cave. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Whoa, what am I getting myself into? Whoa! That is cool. I've seen this before. Look at that waterfall go down. I love Minecraft. I love it so much. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Definitely a vibe right now, that's for sure. That is for sure. We got a couple monsters in here, but that's okay. I can take care of them. I can beat them up real good. This is amazing. Look at this generation, guys. Look at this. Beautiful. Games can be absolutely awesome. Got a little bit of danger here. Nothing I can't handle. I don't have any armor or anything, but we're about to get some sometime soon. Hey, you. I will get back to what I was discussing here in just a second after I die or beat these guys. I may win this one, fellas. Gamers, I might beat this one. Why am I not critting? Crit. Crit, damn you. Crit. Get his butt. Okay, sorry. As I was saying before, there was a video or something I remember talking about how Nemo, if it was a YouTuber, if the whole movie itself was a YouTuber, it would be one of the best YouTubers possible. Because it makes the viewer work for the story, work for the video, without realizing it. And I don't remember the specifics on how that works exactly, but I just remember that being like one of the most inspiring things about researching YouTube. And it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I want to do that with my videos. I don't remember the specifics of it, but it was really cool to listen to that and have that explained and just be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Axolotls! I don't have any iron, but I can play with the axolotls. That's awesome. Drip leaf, azalea leaves, very cool. There's iron up there, that's great. I have stone tools, I think. There's iron down here, that's great. I have stone tools, I think. There's a clownfish. Hello, clownfish. Excuse me, pardon me if you heard that. I apologize. But yeah, I'm not really too worried about views or anything like that. Of course, they're important. You know, that's what makes or breaks a channel. But it's really all about the people behind the views, and I want that to be a big focus. Is about the people behind the views. You know, I want to build a community of people, of kind-hearted people that are willing to give amongst themselves and to others. I want to build that kind of community. I don't really know how to explain it. I want to do charities. I want to do fundraisers. I want to give back. Once I am able to financially do so, I want to give back to other people in need. I want to build a community of people that are absolutely amazing and will do stuff like that. That's what I want to do in the end. I want to change things in this world however much I can to make it better than when I first came into this world. You know, I want to leave it a better place than when I came into it. Not that it was absolutely terrible when I came into it, but it definitely degraded over time, that's for sure. I hate to say it, but things are not... They could be better, that's for sure. And I'm not saying I'll 100% change that myself. It's gonna take, like, people to do that, but I'm definitely willing to put in the work for that, that's for sure. You know, it's kind of weird doing this now. YouTubing, you know. It was so weird back when people were first doing it, back in like the 2010s, like early 2010s, which is when I wanted to start doing it. And now it's like kind of normal. You know, some people still might find it weird. You know, you have somebody talking. Oh shit. Okay. Not as casual anymore, guys. It's not as casual anymore. I about died. Wow. Don't blow up the landscape. Come on, man. We're just trying to vibe here. I need to get rid of clay. Don't need that. But it was definitely more of a weird thing in the early 2010s when PewDiePie and Markiplier, those guys first started coming out onto the YouTube space. It was definitely a lot more particle effects. This is pretty. This is so pretty. Why are there mobs here? This is it was so weird, and it's still weird. I think it's still a little weird for me doing it right now, just because I know I'm a small YouTuber, you know. I'm not as shy about it as I apparently was back in when I first started. I have a little more confidence now that I've done this a few times, made videos. I saw some iron. Oh, up there. Okay. I was gonna say I saw some iron up here somewhere. But still, it's weird for me to think about me doing it because I don't know, you know, it's just like I'm not a big person on the platform right now, and I have to work towards that. I have to earn that. It's still just a little weird to have online presence, even though it's not very big right now. It's still just a little weird, but it was definitely a lot more weird back in the early 2010s when YouTubers were first starting out. And I remember I always, to probably some of my friends and to myself, I always talked about wanting to do this. And now here I am, posting videos, editing, and doing stuff on YouTube. It's very strange. I wish I would have gotten into it sooner. I wish I would have done it when I actually first started, but I'm here now. Got this lush underground. It's just so cool. I'm so glad they added this in the game. This is amazing. It looks wonderful. The aesthetic to this is a whole vibe. It really is. It's just awesome. I love looking at it. Sorry if I distract myself a lot. Oh, there's a lot more iron over there. Holy by golly gee. Look at that iron. Take a picture of that. This is awesome. I've always talked about wanting to being a YouTuber, doing YouTube. I would literally Even before I had equipment, before I had a webcam or anything like that, I myself, and I'm sure other people did this too, would, most of the time when my parents were home, would hop on my computer, any game. Oh, there's a little baby zombie. Oh, I hate these guys. Oh, go away, please. I'm destroying the landscape. Please die. Why can't I hit it? Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh god. I should turn mob spawning off, I feel like, to make it more casual, but I don't want to ruin the experience. I keep finding iron and then losing it. Where's this little shit at? Oh yeah, boy. There's no iron over here. Sorry, I apologize. Got a little intense there for a second. So if you can't hear too much of the game, I for some reason decided to... Oh, that's the only way I can hear the music right now, but I have the music playing along with the gameplay, so I turned the music down, but also turned the... Ow! Oh, it's that little zombie again. Where'd he go? Is he just fading in and out of existence? What is this? I got you now. I got you now. You're stuck. Come here. You can't run away from me. Die. I see the little axolotls jumping around everywhere. It's totally awesome. They keep killing the clownfish. Alright, there was oh shit. Oh, damn. No, please, not right now. No, please, no. Please, no. Not right now! Oh, well, I just died. Great. I have to go find where I died at. Start anew, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really know where I went, honestly. I'm gonna start a new world just because this generation kind of hurts my brain. Sorry. It was a nice world, but we died. Time to move on to the next one. Sure. See if we can get a different generation. What was I saying before? I apologize. Hold on, let me get my thoughts back. Yeah, when my parents weren't home, even sometimes when they were, I do them more quietly though. I would hop in front of any game that I like to play, especially ones that the YouTubers were playing. Ooh, this is cool. Look at this. Look at this. Is that just a big gravel patch? What is that? Hot diggity dog, we got more... Hot diggity dog, we got more sheep to kill. There's not a whole lot for me in that last world. That's alright though. Every world is beautiful in its own way, and some people appreciate the worlds more than others. It's all good. But I would, you know, because I wanted to be a YouTuber, I would literally hop in front of, especially games that the other gamers would play, like Minecraft and Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like that. I would hop in front of the computer and play those games and commentate them like I was recording for YouTube. Is that just a whole big gravel patch for me to mine? It's great. It's wonderful. Thank you. And you know, because I wasn't actually doing it, it was especially even more weird since I wasn't actually doing it. I didn't have any equipment for it. As if they overheard, if my parents overheard me the next room over, they would always ask if I was talking to somebody. And I had to say yes or no. And if I said no, they'd be like, "What the? What are you doing in there? Are you just talking to yourself?" I'm like, yeah, basically, just pretending like I'm a YouTuber. It was just so weird, especially earlier on. Now it's not as weird, especially since a lot of people are doing it. And now I'm doing it. I don't really find it weird. It's just weird that I myself have enough confidence and whatever else to actually do this kind of stuff. Not that it's super nerve-wracking for me anymore. I think that might have been one of my issues when I first started this channel, was just like I wasn't really too certain about it. I was like, I don't mind having my face on the internet, but I don't really know if anybody's gonna like me, etc., etc. But hey, now here I am doing it. I have several videos up, getting gain some kind of ground on a beginner of being YouTube. That didn't make any sense at all, but I'm gonna roll with it. I'm excited for the future of this channel. I'm wondering where it will go from here. You know, will I keep growing? Meet with other people, other super cool people that will help this channel grow and that grows their channel as well. What will happen with this? I have no. That's a big ass cave. I'm gonna wait before I go down. Can I go back up, please? Where'd I go? Okay, that's more cave. Well, never mind. Sorry. I'll come back when I'm ready. I don't want to fly too close to the sun just yet. I'm definitely excited to see where this goes. I'm excited for the people that I hope to meet. I don't have any one specific person in mind exactly. Very good one too. Who sees your content and actually likes it. Things to say, honestly. I definitely hope to do this podcast a decent amount of times before I move away from it or don't do it as much. It's just an awesome space to do things with awesome friends, just have fun, chill out, talk, relax, play cool games. I'm not really, this is another thing I had on my mind. It's not really directly about starting new YouTube, but I guess it's part of it a little bit. I don't know if I should do, I'm pretty sure I want to keep, I know it's about gaming, well not directly about gaming, it has gaming in it, but I'm pretty sure I want to keep this podcast on this main channel or put it into a separate podcast channel specifically, if I must. But that's the thing, I don't know if I should put my gaming on as a separate, hold on here, as a separate channel. I kind of want to. I feel like, see, here's the thing. I do want this channel to be a variety channel, but I feel like having gaming and other stuff that's more of a specific niche that channels do specifically one thing for. I feel like that's too broad. That's too much of variety. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense at all? Hello, am I making any sense whatsoever? I don't know, it just feels like it's too broad if I do specific stuff all the time that could go into a separate channel and, kind of have some sort of networking where you go see this channel and then I plug my other channel and, get a cycle through people watching that want to watch all the other channels if they want to. I don't know, I just feel like I have to have too much of a broad genre of content if I leave all my gaming stuff on this channel and don't move it over to a second channel. I don't really know what I want to do with that. And who knows, I might want to move these podcasts over to another channel as well. I wouldn't move them over to the gaming channel if I were to create a gaming channel because, yes, this is me playing games, but it's not like full-on reaction, let's play game. You know what I mean? It's a podcast where I talk about anything and everything. But if I were to do a channel for this as well, it'd just be the podcast specifically. So, I don't really know. I don't really know how separating channels works. I know I've seen some videos of people that I follow and I subscribe to and watch a lot of videos that they said they wish they have done other channels. Because it makes sense to me. That's a little, I guess networking is a good term for it. I don't really know how to describe it exactly. And, it keeps things not as broad. YouTube kind of likes specific niches more from what I can tell. Like Mr. Beast, for example. He does all the stuff on his main videos are like challenges and stuff like that. He has his own React channel. He has a gaming channel. He has stuff specifically about his philanthropic deeds. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. He has Mr. Beast philanthropy on there as well. and Mr. B Shorts. And he's a big YouTuber. I know for some YouTubers, they don't have separate channels, but they do somewhat variety things. Like, as another example, they're also big YouTubers as well, though. Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye kind of does different stuff as well. They don't do just gaming. Every once in a while, they'll post something that's real life. They'll do a challenge video, a try not to laugh, Reddit 50/50. Stuff like that isn't necessarily gaming. It kind of, it's not in that genre, but it kind of, if you like that, then you're probably likely to like these other things. So it's not like too far off the gun, it's not like something that people that watch gaming would watch that as well, usually. And everybody watches different things. Somebody that likes sports and stuff like that may also like watching gaming channels. Everybody likes what they want differently, and YouTube caters to the viewer. That's what the YouTube algorithm is. It caters to the viewer. So you gotta just kind of play with you want. I feel like the viewers will kind of just take care of themselves when it comes to stuff like that. But sorry, back to the point. What I was saying was, yeah, they do variety stuff. Like Markiplier makes, Jacksepticeye and Markiplier do Try Not to Laugh, Reddit 50/50, stuff on Reddit, things like that. But, and this is the what for. I'll show you the what for. Wow, wait, okay. Back to what I was saying. Those channels were already, they already had their bigger niche of gaming. They already had a concrete thing of subscribers and viewers for all the videos that they know, right? And then they go and watch the other stuff that they do. And because they're subscribed to them or been watching it for a while, they'll like it, or it follows along with the gaming. It's not gaming, but that watch gaming might like the stuff that they do, stuff with lore and stuff like that. My thing with that is they already have a standing audience that they know like watching more content, and they tried it, and there's other stuff works as well. I do not have that liberty. I do not have that currently right now. So probably having a variety channel at this point in time may hurt my channel. It might be too broad, and not a whole lot of people will want to watch it because they don't really know what to expect that is going to come out of this channel. And that is totally reasonable as well. I need food. I haven't killed a single... There were sheep over here somewhere, and I totally blew them off. Wow. I can't believe I did that to myself. I might die because of no food. They're still up there. Great, let me kill them. But if that makes any sense, I hope that does, because it makes some sense to me at least. Somehow. I don't know how. I do like doing this kind of stuff. I like editing. I like filming the videos. I want to have fun, of course. I don't want to just do whatever the algorithm wants me to do. I will try to optimize it for the algorithm, but I'm going to do videos that I like to do. I like talking a lot, which is why I came up with the idea for this podcast. Sounded like a good idea. I hope friends will join me to talk about things on this podcast. I have some in mind that might like to join me. I might meet new people because I'm on Reddit and stuff like that, trying to connect and talk with other creators. So I might get other people to join me on this podcast. I have no idea where my spiel was going with that. I am so sorry. I just kept talking. I have no idea where I was going with that. Goodness me, what was I just saying? Oh boy, wow, this is bad. Forgive me for losing track of myself here. Oh yeah, sorry. Gosh, I'm losing my train of thought sometimes, here and there. Wow, wait, this is supposed to... yeah, but I do want to do videos that I like making. I want to do stuff that's fun. I will try to optimize them the best I can for the algorithm, but I'm not just going to change what I'm doing to fit the algorithm's needs. And be like, oh, I gotta make sure I have this SEO tags for my video. I gotta make sure I have this description. I have to put in these specific words to get certain views at this time of day. I'm not super worried about all that. It's important. It's important to try and optimize your video for views, but it's not, oh, land sakes, goodness me. But it's not like do or die for me, you know? Of course, I want to do things that get my channel more views, but I feel like if the video is good enough itself, then it'll do that in itself, along with a little help from putting tags and stuff like that in the description. But the main work should come from your content, and that's what I want to do. I like doing this kind of stuff. Like I said, I love filming these videos. I've had some frustrations, as some of you might see in the video coming up real soon, hopefully sometime. I had some frustrations with filming, like something going wrong. I didn't have enough storage. My batteries died before. So my gameplay hasn't looked all that great because I adjusted the bitrate wrong. A lot of things have gone wrong, but it's not totally discouraging. It just makes me want to do it more, to try to figure out better ways to do it more efficiently and do it better. It's a learning experience. YouTube is definitely a learning experience on how to make videos, how to make good videos, coming up with ideas, giving yourself time for everything, putting yourself on a schedule, but not a strenuous schedule, so that way you're not burning yourself out along with everything else you have to deal with in life. YouTube is a learning experience that I am going through for sure. I definitely I don't have it 100% figured out. I'm not going to ever say that I will, probably, because any topic can really be spent hours and hours learning and you'll never fully master it. Because as humans, we can always improve. But I don't know, I feel like I'll get there someday where I know a decent amount about YouTube that I can start putting out videos that get a lot of views. It just is a matter of time, you know. I just gotta keep doing stuff that's fun. I gotta keep doing stuff that I like to do, and just keep practicing. Practice makes perfect, and I will eventually get there someday. I'm about to die. Let's go. Just killed all those skeletons. Not one hit. Not a single hit. Oh man, I'm not really doing anything progressive. I'm just killing and getting experience and getting food. Sorry, sheep. Overall, YouTube is definitely a learning experience, that is for damn sure. Kind of closing in on the hour. I'm kind of running out of stuff to say. I don't really know. I don't really know what to say anymore. I apologize. I had some more stuff I was probably going to say and I totally forgot. I don't know. I really wonder how you get other people to collaborate with you. I guess you kind of just gotta show them what you got, and if they like your talent. What really defines a talented YouTuber? Are they just like naturally good at making content? I don't know. This will be a fun journey either way. I'm sure of it, whether it actually turns out or not. I do, of course, want this to get views. I do, of course, want to get subscribers. I do, of course. It would be a dream to get to a point where I have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. That would be a dream, of course. It's only a dream right now, but if I do good enough, I feel like I can make it happen. I do have, besides this, I do have some projects coming up that I want to do. I'm not going to say too much about them. I kind of want them to be a surprise a little bit, especially one of them is really going to try and keep on the down low. I don't know if I'll really be able to do it or not. I might have to do it next year or something like that. I don't really know. I do want to do it at the starting date of something that's related to it, of course. I feel like it'd be a lot of fun just to do videos for fun. Which, I'm doing right now anyways. I'm doing videos for fun, but it'd be really fun to do videos and not really care. I don't really have anything specific, just do whatever I feel like doing. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. I love jazz music, I really do. Oh, they're coming for me. They're hungry for more. Hey fellas, how's it going? See, I cut your buddy over there? Oh yeah, I'm really sorry about that. My bad. Why am I not critting? There we go. I do want to eventually at some point work with other people, not just like have guests on this podcast. I do want to make content with other creators, either big or small. It doesn't really matter to me. I feel like doing stuff with other people is a lot of fun. And doing anything with somebody else is more fun than by yourself, I guess. Also really depends on if you're an introvert or not. But I should probably get some gravel. I haven't gravel in a minute. Flint, second try, let's go. Let's see if I can get any iron down here. No, I really like the idea of doing a podcast. It's been a lot of fun for like the past 40 minutes, however long I've been doing this for. I have listened to podcasts before, which I guess you kind of have to really listen to podcasts to be interested in doing one. I guess that kind of makes sense. I listened to a few before. Something college. Thomas Frank, I think is the guy's name, and he has Matthew Bartholomew. I can't remember the names exactly. I'm pretty sure it's Thomas Frank and some other guy. They either still do or have done a podcast called College something. I really wish I remember the name of it because I listened to it for a good while. I should probably get back into listening to it because it was a good podcast that I listened to. Kind of helped me feel a little more prepared for college when I took classes. I'm a college dropout at the moment, just like a lot of YouTubers that I have heard of. They were college dropout too, so I'm on a good path here. I'm on a good path. But it was a good podcast to listen to. I am also now listening to Distractable. I know, Markiplier listening to Distractable, blah, 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 I know. You should really go listen to it, though. It's very fun podcast to listen to. All the wacky stories they tell and everything. I probably have enough to make a furnace. Should make a furnace while I'm here. Shouldn't have gave up on that other world so fast, but oh well. I have no idea necessarily where this YouTube journey is going to take me. I feel like it'll be exciting. There will be a lot of struggle, a lot of frustrations like I've already gone through, a lot of lessons to learn on what to do, what not to do, how to make videos better, how to come up with better ideas. I have a few in my noggin that I need to film and edit, stuff like that. After that, I don't really know. I'll probably come up with it at like 3 a.m. or something like that. Like these past ideas have been. Like literally some of these were like 3 a.m. thoughts, like I can't sleep, and then all of a sudden, I have a good idea. Or like I went on a walk and like, I have a good idea. These are the random moments. I just come up with ideas that I want to do that I think would work and I would like to film. I don't really know what else to say at the moment, guys. I apologize. I thought I'd have a little more near the end here to say, but apparently I'm a lost for words. YouTube's running on YouTube. Kind of covered everything I wanted to talk about as far as I remember. I don't really know what the discussion will be for next episode. I'm gonna play just for a little bit and just head off to bed. Call it a night. There are so many different things that go into YouTube. There are a lot of different things that you can focus on when it comes to making YouTube videos. You got filming something interesting, something that you're passionate about, the editing it so it's clean cut. The editing also makes things more interesting. Oh, I thought I had more than that. You know, there's the audience behind it too. They have to sit there and watch the whole video, like it or click off of it. Some people that are sitting over here are totally worried about their SEOs, making sure that the title is like 100% perfect. I would say just create. You know, if you want to, optimize your videos. That way they possibly get more views. But really, when it comes down to it, your views are going to be if people find your video interesting enough or not. You can tag in all the SEOs you want. You can put as many tags, as many things and hashtags in the description. You can optimize your title, your thumbnail. Thumbnail is also a big part of it as well. So thumbnail is important, of course. But you can type in as many fancy words as you want. Hire SEO specialist if you're don't want to fall for this kind of scam. But the main thing that will really make people click on your video and watch your video is if it's an interesting idea. If you make it an interesting idea, you know, if you make it interesting enough to sit there and watch for however long your video is there for. It really boils down to you as the creator. You have to make the algorithm work for you. You have to make videos that are for your viewers. Typing in all those words in your description and in your tags is not going to do it for you. It will help people find your content. Yes, I do agree with that. It'll be better for search. It might do good for recommendations as well. But you will never really get, even if you do end up getting a lot of views, there might not be good retention. Oh, I gotta see this. This is a huge cave. Hold on. But you know what I mean? Even if you do somehow end up getting a lot of views, I guarantee that not a whole lot of them. Hey, I'm gonna get sucked by the bubbles. I guarantee like not a lot of them are going to really watch the video all the way through. This is huge. It's not really deep, but it's big. Big. But I guarantee not a lot of those videos people are going to stay and actually watch it unless you make your video good, interesting. You know, it doesn't have to be interesting for everybody. If you get those people in your niche and you get enough people in that niche, more power to you. You know, that's what it's all about. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die. Try me. You won't. I win every time. Could get rid of this mob spawner real quick. So I don't need a mob spawner right now. Goodbye, thank you. Ooh, a CD, look at that. Goody. Saddle, that's good. Purchase Oh, another CD. Oh, two of the same kind. Dang, that sucks. Or Summer. Good. Bones is also good. But like I was saying, sorry. I got distracted by the chest. I got distracted by my loot. Or distractible. I feel like is it kind of just looping some of the same music every once in a while? That's weird. But okay, whatever. You never get genuine views if you just worry about stats and stuff like that, You also gotta make your views. You also gotta make your videos interesting enough for people to genuinely watch all the way through, and instead of skipping around or clicking off and only viewing for a few moments. That's just one of the things that you just gotta do. You can type in all the specific tags, posts at a specific time you think your viewers are gonna watch the most. Make your title which title is important as well. But you can try to type in all the fancy words you want. If your video's not interesting enough, people won't watch it. It might get recommended to them. They might click on it or see it in the recommended but not click on it. But what good does that do? What good does that do? None. You got somebody to either get it in their homepage or temporarily watch it for a second. Congratulations. Now your audience retention is absolutely garbage. Good job. That's just how I see, people that are super worried about. Well, again, statistics are important, but just have fun. Whoa, there's a whole little lone island of animals up there. I gotta check that out. Gotta free them from their doom. Hey, you guys look a little stranded up there. Mind if I give a gentle hand of assistance real fast? Glowing squids! Oh, that's cool. Oh, shit. I'm not the best bridger, guys. Okay? Just hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm doing it. I'm bridging. Hey guys, how's it going? Just chilling here? Yeah, me too. Dead. I almost got him. There we go. Nah, I got him. Pig down. Pig is down. You guys are gonna turn to the drowned. You know that, right? You're gonna turn to the drowned. Fucking idiots. Saw some gold squid down here. Let's go not investigate because I will die. Never mind. I'm kidding. I was joking. I'm sorry. Oh, look at that sunset that I can't really see. Yeah. Well, that's all I can really think to talk about for this episode. I'm almost at an hour anyways. So, I think now would be a good time once I get into a decent height to look at the sunset that's already basically gone. I love jazz. Jazz is a good genre of music. When I get to a decent height, this is pretty much call it a day. I'll get shot. Let's turn the peaceful so I don't get shot. It's kind of a nice view. Alrighty, well, I do believe that is going to do it for me for this episode today. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the In-Game Banter Podcast. I appreciate you all sticking around and listening to this video or audio, depending on if you're listening to this not in the video. I'm not too sure if I'll ever have this on another platform or just the audio, but I might post this on Spotify or something like that. I'm not too sure. I really need to think about visuals and logos and stuff like that for this podcast now. I did not think about that until just now. I'm sure I'll work that out at some point. Probably in like next couple episodes I'll have that. I'll have like thumbnails for this and visuals and things like that. You know, as one does, of course. But yeah, that about does it for me today on this episode. Again, thank you so much for watching and or listening to today's episode on the In-Game Banter Broadcast Podcast. I appreciate you all sticking around and listening to my video today. Thanks for listening to me to talk for an hour. You know, you can just have this in the background while you're doing something. I really hope to get other people on here to talk to them, because I feel like it'd be a lot of fun playing games with them, or just talking while me and them are playing different games if they want. I feel like this could be a lot of fun doing this. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about this. Where you're watching and listening from. But yeah, this is it from me, your host. Is that a ruined portal? Sorry, I'm just seeing random things while I'm talking. That is it from me, your host today, Eli, on the In-Game Banter Podcast, and I will see you all in the next episode. Thanks again to all of you for listening so much and tuning in for today. I appreciate all of you. Alright, this is your host, Eli, signing off. I hope everything is a-okay, that you all have a nice day and a lovely night. And yeah, thanks for listening. Stay casual, my friends. What did I say on my Instagram post? Hold on. We're gonna cut this out. Hold on. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm posting something better on my Instagram. I don't remember anything that I do. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for listening to the In-Game Banter Podcast. We will see you in the next one. Take it easy, my friends.